What am I talking about? You and the kid are neighbors, right? He can take you.
Oh.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie characters with no name.
You're just letting yourself become Tyler Durden.
For this list, we'll be looking at iconic and compelling movie characters whose real identity is never revealed. However, we will not be including characters whose names are given to us in sequels like Kill Bill's Bride. Know of any other beloved nameless characters? Share them with us in the comments below. Number 10. Everyone except Wichita, the Zombieland franchise.
So, where are you headed?
Columbus. You?
Tallahassee.
The original Zombieland is a hilarious romp with plenty of undead gore. It follows 4 survivors on a zombie-filled road trip, all going by the names of cities instead of their given ones. This is done in an attempt to stay detached from others. What with flesh-eating monsters making the human lifespan very short.
What's your name?
Stop. No names. Keeps us from getting too familiar.
Despite this, the group ends up forming a fairly strong bond, especially Columbus and Wichita, who reveals her name to be Krista during the ending. We never learn the names of the other characters. In the 2019 sequel, Tallahassee, Columbus, and Little Rock keep their nicknames, but they also run into some other like-minded travelers like Nevada, Albuquerque, and Flagstaff.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Columbus.
Madison.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, all right. We're hugging.
Number 9. The Stranger, the Big Lebowski.
Way out west, there was this fella I want to tell you about. Fella by the name of Jeff Lebowski.
Sam Elliott is an actor made for westerns, from both his demeanor and the deep twang in his voice. When the Coen brothers made The Big Lebowski, they knew his recognizable way of speaking would be a perfect fit for the modern-day fable set in L.A. Elliott serves as a narrator for the majority of the movie, but he also shows up on screen a couple of times, including the very end.
Hey, man. Howdy do, dude.
Credited only as the Stranger, he knows everything that goes on in the dude's journey. The movie already features more than its fair share of strange moments. However, it was still a delight to see Elliott appear as the omniscient narrator.
Well, that about does her. Wraps are all up. Things seem to have worked out pretty good for the dude and Walter.
Number 8. El Mariachi, the Mexico trilogy.
Entonces, tú eres el mariachi que vino a mi tierra, mató a mis hombres y se cogió a mi vieja.
Robert Rodriguez's first directorial effort was made for a measly $7,000, but ended up jump-starting his career. El Mariachi follows a musician who's mistaken for a criminal and becomes enveloped in a violent plot. It starred unknown actor Carlos Gallardo in the lead role, whose real name is never uttered. The character returned for a 1995 sequel, Desperado, this time played by Antonio Banderas.
I know who you are.
Really?
You're that guy you always hear stories about. You kill drug dealers.
With a higher production budget, the vengeful guitarist's adventures across Mexico grew more dangerous. Banderas and Rodriguez closed out the trilogy with 2003's Once Upon a Time in Mexico. And all the while, audiences never learned the name of the unfortunate hero.
Who are you guys? Sons of Mexico, sir.
Number 7. The Jurors, 12 Angry Men.
You've had the law read to you and interpreted as it applies in this case. It's now your duty to sit down and try and separate the facts from the fancy.
Based on the teleplay and stage play of the same name, Sidney Lumet's classic drama features an entire cast of characters whose names we never learn. Set almost entirely in a single room, it follows a group of jurors deciding the fate of a teenager accused of killing his abusive father. With only one of them voting not guilty initially, the jurors begin to dig deeper into the evidence and their own misgivings.
You're talking about a matter of seconds. Nobody can be that accurate.
Well, I think testimony that could put a boy into the electric chair should be that accurate.
The film shows that the nature and beliefs of these men lie not in their names or professions, but in what they believe to be right and wrong. Although we learn the surnames of 2 of them in the end, their actions define them better than any name can.
What's your name? Davis.
My name's McArdle. Well, so long.
Number 6. The Driver. Drive.
What do you do?
I drive.
Although the driver has plenty of control behind the wheel, the same can't be said of his life. Nicholas Winding Refn's crime thriller stars Ryan Gosling as a stunt driver by day, a getaway driver by night. Unfortunately, when his neighbor's estranged criminal husband resurfaces and needs help, the driver's life is turned upside down.
If I drive for you, you get your money. You tell me where we start, where we're going afterwards. I give you 5 minutes when we get there. Anything happens in that 5 minutes and I'm yours, no matter what.
Bloodthirsty criminals and even worse bosses come hunting the stoic motorist following a robbery gone south. With immense care for his neighbor and her son, he acts as both a shield and weapon against everyone else. Gosling is a phenomenal concoction of subtleties, with inevitable explosions of violence. Not giving the character a name only added to the mystery of his existence and further drew viewers in.
I got this sweet job coming up.
How about this? Shut your mouth, or I'll kick your teeth down your throat and I'll shut it for you.
Number 5. The Girl. The 7-Year Itch.
Hi. It's me, don't you remember? The tomato from upstairs.
Oh, of course, the tomato. Come in, please, come in.
Marilyn Monroe remains one of the most iconic film stars of all time, and The 7-Year Itch may be one of her greatest roles. The comedy follows a man who thinks he's experiencing a psychological phenomenon that states all men's loyalty diminishes after 7 years of marriage. Further testing him is a new neighbor in his building, played by the alluring Monroe.
This is my first summer in New York, and it's practically killing me. You know what I tried yesterday? I tried to sleep in the bathtub. Just lying there up to my neck in cold water.
Credited only as the Girl, Monroe's vixen serves as the ultimate personification of forbidden attraction. The film playfully explores the married man's fantasies versus what the woman is actually like. It was the perfect casting at the perfect time, leading to one of the most famous shots of the actress in film history.
Ooh, do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious?
Number 4. V for Vendetta.
It is a man that made me remember the 5th of November. A man that I will never forget.
He may be one of Hugo Weaving's most well-known characters, but we never see the face or learn the real name of the masked anarchist V. And honestly, it's better that way. The acclaimed adaptation of DC Vertigo's graphic novel follows the vigilante waging war against the fascist rulers of a dystopian UK. At every corner, V manages to disrupt and discredit the villains with more flair and style than most other masked characters.
Beneath this mask, there is more than flesh. Beneath this mask, there is an idea, Mr. Creedy. And ideas are bulletproof.
But who he really is isn't important. He stands the voice for the voiceless and has a fist of the angry, meaning he could be any one of them. When questioned about who hides under the mask, Evie says it best.
He was all of us.
Number 3. The Narrator. Fight Club.
Listen up, maggots. You are not special. You are not a beautiful or unique snowflake. You are the same decaying organic matter as everything else.
In the world of corporate monotony, one seemingly ordinary man delves into the darkness after meeting the charismatic soap salesman Tyler Durden. While Brad Pitt's Tyler is engaging and outgoing, Edward Norton's protagonist is soft-spoken, at least at first. As the movie progresses, the narrator comes to represent all men stuck without purpose who may turn to solutions that are unhealthy or even illegal.
Lost in oblivion, dark and silent and complete. I found freedom.
This is likely why he's never given a name. The character's lack of identity only helps to better serve the film's message. Although some fans believe the theory that he's named Jack, that's never been canonized. And while he is given a name in the book's graphic novel sequel, that's clearly not part of the movie's world.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
Number 2. The Joker, The Dark Knight.
All right, so listen, why don't you give me a call when you want to start taking things a little more seriously?
While some adaptations of Batman's greatest villain have given him a name, The Dark Knight presents him as the enigmatic agent of chaos he should be. Throughout the movie, Bruce Wayne struggles to understand not only who this villain is, but what his desires are. He's no average criminal or even crime lord, and none of Wayne's fancy tech can help him narrow things down. We even get conflicting stories as to how he got the scars on his face.
Well, you look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them?
The Joker uses his anonymity as a strength while still standing in the spotlight. The fact that none of us truly know who he is makes him more thrilling and compelling. That and Heath Ledger's incredible performance.
To them, you're just a freak. Like me. They need you right now. When they don't, they'll cast you out.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Man with No Name, The Dollars Trilogy.
The heart, Ramon. Don't forget the heart. Aim for the heart or you'll never stop me.
It's hard to top a character who's literally known as the Man with No Name. Clint Eastwood became a film icon for starring in Sergio Leone's groundbreaking Western trilogy. But the character who made him a star actually has different names across all 3 movies. He's known as Joe in A Fistful of Dollars, Manco in For a Few Dollars More, and Blondie in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I must tell you the truth, Blondie. In my place, you would do the same thing. It's all over for you now.
The no-name moniker came from United Artists, who purchased U.S. distribution rights after the movies had already been released in Leone's native Italy. Regardless, he's one of the most recognizable figures in the film. The fact that he has no true name makes him all the more interesting.
You see, in this world, there's 2 kinds of people, my friend. Those with loaded guns and those who dig. You dig.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.